I was going to. Yeah, dude, she gave this to me for Christmas.
What's locals?
It's my barbershop.
What the hell are we promoting here? Come on.
I'm promoting. I look nice in this shirt.
Freaking.
No, it was like a Christmas bag because I was like one of her biggest customers or whatever, and so free. And I love how this is. Douche.
Customer.
I keep saying douchebag at community group. And I'm like, but I try to correct it because I'm like douche, and they're like, that's not any better. And I was like,
dude, yeah, dude, that's what I mean, dude. Do I look appropriate? Oh no!
Getting it out before the cameras roll, son.
They're rolling. I don't know if I. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
We should stop doing that.
What?
Dude. Okay. Woody the Woodpecker.
Oh my gosh, that was the worst Woody ever. You sound like a giddy little.
Welcome back to the podcast. Episode 3, community, and if we can get to it, goal stacking.
If not, we'll stack it later.
Yeah, we'll stack it later.
Unstack it.
This is Countdown 2 podcast, where I'm Leighton.
I'm Drew.
We're brothers, and we have set a goal to count down to Moab for us to go mountain biking the 28-mile downhill trail with 8,000 feet of descent. And not just survive it, but thrive and have a blast down it. And how we changed our lives to get in shape and stronger, and how that has transformed the rest of our lives. So with that, we were talking about the importance of community. Thank you, Drew.
What? I'm actively listening.
And how to not do anything with your brother.
Yes. This is a podcast about not going in with your
so
brother to
I am going to
podcast.
go into my side of the community because I went the venue of...
Well, why community? Why is that a big deal to you? In your process, in your journey, why has community been a big deal for you?
I was getting to there.
No, I'm just asking clearly the question.
We touched on it a little bit last week in our last episode about mindset and how important changing what you tell yourself and how you think about yourself can transform you, the people around you, and in a huge way. And it's an easy way to start. And with that community, surrounding yourself with surrounding yourself with people that can tell you the truth about yourself of what they see versus what you see in yourself. Let's go.
That's great.
So I went down the route of CrossFit to change my life around, and CrossFit's very focused on community side of things.
Question for you real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you know that was A, what you needed, and B, that you'd find it at CrossFit?
I don't think so. Mostly because I was scared of starting CrossFit. I thought I had to be in shape before I started.
Sure.
Which is bullshit. Like
baloney.
The definition of the word. Because like I went in there and I met my first day going into CrossFit after working out for 3 months at a regular gym. I saw people who it was their first day moving practically, and they were like being encouraged, being loved up on, and being taken care of. And I've been to multiple gyms, and I, for the most part, see that. Like, you're always going to not have your perfect gym. But,
sure.
But on my end, like, I got to see, like, we've talked about we're never sports people. I never understood what being a part of a team was until the camaraderie
yeah
of people coming together to lift each other up versus tearing each other down. There's a competitiveness in there, but not in a way of I want to beat this person. It was just like, let's just all do better.
Right.
That was huge. And what was so important in the beginning is having people expecting you to show up. Not every gym does this. I kind of quickly went into our athlete class, and our athlete class was very knit tight. We're on a group text, checking in each day. But if our coach, if we didn't tell him we were going to be there, like, family dinner night, whatever, have this thing going on, he would call you and be like, where are you at? We're not starting without you.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that, I mean, there were times after work where I was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to move, or it's 100 degrees outside and there's no AC in the gym. And then it wasn't in that moment that I had to like, oh, I need to be in the mindset to finish the whole workout. It was just get to the door, get through the gym, and the team will lift you up. And I ended up getting excited about that, of like, oh, my team's here. They're gonna lift me up. We're gonna all be here together. We're gonna talk shit. We're gonna mess with each other in a loving way. And that was really important. So not every gym has that close knitness, but I was so fortunate to have that, and that made me form discipline, because people always like, how do you stay motivated? I'm like, motivation is terrible. That it only lasts so long. It's no matter how you feel, you show up anyways. Yeah, and that can translate to showing up for yourself, your family, for your community, for at work. Oh, I'm sick, or I don't feel great today, or I'm in a crappy mood. Mindset, changing that around, showing up anyways. Yeah, that was a big deal for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So it sounds like what you would encourage is, even if you can't find it at a certain gym, or well, you might not find it at every place, but seek it out in one form or another. Like, so in my gym experience, living in a small town, there's only one gym.
Samesies.
You know, and it's not really set up for a community aspect. It's not, let's start a WOD now, and it starts at this time. It's, so you don't have that same camaraderie. I found it in social media, which is very surprising because I absolutely do dislike, I call it anti-social media, but I found it in a just a company I follow that's focused on working out and stuff like that. And in that, it's a private group, and it's almost like that, where it's just like you're known enough to know if you don't show up. Yeah. And it's not them calling you out. It's like, hey, dude, what's up? Where are you at? Yeah. And you also get a chance to be like, man, I'm struggling in this, and this. And you get this encouragement back, and you're just like, oh gosh, okay. Like, it's almost like the springboard that keeps you going, and it's just sheer fact that you and I are almost we're in a community together, to where we keep each other going, motivated,
accountable.
Yeah, I mean,
well, and I'm in that Facebook group too. I'm very much not into it as much as you are, only because I just never use Facebook. But I feel like also what you do to really set yourself up for success is, social media wise, you're showing up because you're posting about what you're doing that day, no matter if it's resting, if it's anything. Yeah. And that's important, because then people will notice you're not there, versus actually showing up at a gym. You can kind of hide a little bit more behind social media, and you are so transparent in, for you, you're like, oh, I just did this. That's all I did. And people are like, dude, that's freaking awesome. Like, you get that positive feedback. Yeah. And that's what's beautiful, because so much of social media is tearing people down. Social media is community in a way, and it is so easy to just like, screw you, dude, or you're dumb, or it gets worse than that.
You're silly. You're silly. You're stupid. You're a dumb head. Yeah. No, absolutely. And I'm sure we'll get, things in, people commenting on our podcast, but it's like, whatever, that's not the community we want. Yeah. It's not the ones we need.
We're doing better than them.
Seek out the ones that are what you need, kind of thing. They should, if they could. They probably are out there. You just got to find them. But doing it by yourself, you're right. Trying to stay engaged in your own goals is to add other people's goals, is to add other people's journey as well. And why we're trying to have you come join our journey as we join your journey, because that's how things are accomplished. Yeah. That's how things happen. I mean, this is not just a podcast for Hey, we want to check out Moab. This is not a Moab
Mhm.
contest. This is not even a mountain biking podcast. It's a
What?
well, I mean,
Just
it's the avenue, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's just inviting others along that are going the same direction
Mm-hmm.
in different modalities, but same direction. And that's what we want to be a part of, is to encourage others, to encourage those that may not even have the ability to have a good community, to keep going.
Yeah.
Because things happen, and it is so fun to see things happen. So fun to see people break through their own barriers.
Yeah.
So fun to, I mean, with the group I'm involved in, it's awesome to see these people accomplish their goals they never thought possible. And I would argue that a big piece of that is because of community, because of being in this safe place where they can be who they are in the process, in the weight that they are in, the shape that they're in, and be okay with that. And it's not an acceptance like, oh, I can be here and be free to be 300 pounds and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's I mean, that is fine, yet
I think I know where you're going with that.
there's synergy.
Yeah.
To where it's like you can't just stay stagnant in a group like that. It's like there's so much more. And I mean, there's people where it's just like, oh man, you're doing so great, like you're seeing big gains here, and they'll thank you back like, oh, I appreciate it. I mean, there's so many days I don't want to go to the gym, but because of your posts, it's like I gotta get out there. Let's do this, kind of thing. And it's just that synergy I love, because it's so natural. It's how we're meant to be. We're meant to build each other up. We're meant to partner together and be in community, live in community together. Some of the healthiest people in the world are ones that have strong community around them.
Yeah.
And it's when we hive off, be selfish, or not let people in, even out of fear or doubt, or there's been abuse or neglect or whatever the case may be, they don't thrive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're social animals, so to speak. Where did you think I was going? Or did I go where you think I thought I was going?
I thought you were kind of going like, we love you at being at 300 pounds, but we're also we know that you want to be less, so we're going to motivate you to get you to your goals. I thought that's where you're going, which is
I mean, I don't know if I've seen too much of that because of that synergistic approach I'm talking about, where people, people are like, hey, okay, here's the check-in. This is where I'm at. I'm still at this weight and stuff like that. And then the feedback they get from that, I mean, they'll get 20 messages like, oh, keep going, you got this, and stuff like that. Next thing you know, the next post they have, which is like 2 days later, it's like, oh, I hit this milestone that I've been wanting to do and didn't know I could do, kind of thing. And so it's just this, there hasn't been too much time. It's like, oh, don't give up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do this. Which I think that's an automatic tone in that group.
Yeah.
And I wish more groups were like that, because you're right. Social media is designed to, maybe it's not designed, but it eats you up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And even further outside of gym life, gym communities, like even just in because I haven't had just growth in the gym, but growth in church and community groups and just being around good people, like, because there are bad people. I have church hurt. I let church hurt hold me back for years, and that pissed me off, of just realizing, oh, I gave this many humans control over how I feel or how I connect with God. Like my community group, like I have such loving people, and I really saw it in my girlfriend. She started going to community group with me, and like I remember, like, and when she got saved, like my niece was like, I was celebrating, I was telling her, and she's like, dude, I've been praying for her, just like, and I told Haley that, and she was like, oh my gosh, like they care that much about me, like that. It blew her mind of just having good people who love and care. Her and I, when we first started dating, we hung out with a group, couple friends of mine, and when we left, she was in tears because she's like, I don't think I deserve to be around this good of these nice of people. Like, I don't know why. And now she believes it because she has shown up around good community, around real people, believing
that's
in
the
herself.
Normal. Yeah.
That this is the norm.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
and so yeah, they're be careful on your community, on who you choose and who will hurt you or backstab you or whatever. But don't let that hold you back from trusting the right people.
Yeah, find until you find the right. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep looking until you find the right people, because they are out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
And have them show up for you for a long time, you know, before you.
Chances are they're looking for the same thing.
Yeah, too. They could have. That is a very good point. They could be hurt. Like, and that's the thing in our gym. We let a couple of the wrong people in, and it was poison in our group, and we had to reevaluate. And our core stayed strong, but we had to push out the poison a bit. So yeah, there is some importance in that. Be part of it. Search for community to where that is rare. You know, like people are like, oh, church this, church that. Well, that's rare. It happens and it's big, but it's not common.
Right.
It seems common because it's under the spotlight, but and at gyms too. I haven't had to experience all the bad side because I had so much good in it. But when you're in something good, it's easy to notice the bad. It's like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that's it. I mean, you speak to church and finding the community there, and I've found that some of my biggest community came through mountain bike groups. Guys that what?
No, no. Sorry, I immediately think of like sometimes if your other mountain biker groups are like, will butt heads sometimes in my experience. But anyway, sorry, continue.
Because you're a jerk.
The problem? Oh, great, it's me.
Yeah, exactly. You're the poison. No. No. I mean, you're right. There are different groups that, they're showy, or, I can think of a few names I won't mention, where it's just like, this is not fun to ride with you.
Yeah.
Like I like competitiveness, but I don't like a-hole competitiveness.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just me. I mean, some people thrive in that environment, but I found guys that love to bike. We were about the same age, seemed disciplined, and we pushed each other. You came along a little later. But it was that community that was safe, and wow.
I was not forced. I promise.
Jeez. This is forced. No. But yeah, I mean, and it is that place where it's like, you challenge each other because it's safe to do so.
Yeah,
totally. You get challenged and you feel safe doing it.
Yeah.
And there's times where you will butt heads a little bit, but you can talk about it, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't talk about it, you kind of understand, like, oh no, this is not a safe person.
Yeah.
Well,
and how to decipher of who's safe and who's not. Go to them with a goal and see if they're like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Versus like, can't do that. That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's the bad community.
Yeah, exactly.
And mean it. Like there's also like, we play with each other, playfulness of like making fun of each other, but not believable. That's just how we.
Oh, I've been believing all this. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like you said, later in life came in that mountain bike community, and great guys, like, where we're just like, let's go ride bikes. Yeah. Let's go have fun and challenge each other. Right. Yeah.
I spent a better 14 years of my life riding every weekend with them, Yeah. And it was just huge.
Well, there was a time period where you and I were riding twice a week at 6 a.m. during the week and on the weekends. That was before your child.
Yeah, children kind of get in the way. So if you want community, don't have kids. Wait a minute, that's the wrong message.
No, you just get a different community when you have kids.
And that's another hard one for
just
sure.
Just a different one.
Well, and that's a good point though, because as life status changes, like, I don't ride we hardly ride anymore with these group of guys, even though they're still there. Families came about, life came about, all this stuff came about, and it's like your community shift. So try and find a community that's consistent, and not necessarily going to shift too much. So you always have that, because as soon as that's gone, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have my you stop growing. I think that it coincides with the saying, you're a combination of the top 5 people you hang out with. I think it's something to that nature. And culmination, combination, whatever. And so that means like, oh great, I'm most likely my like my 8-year-old and my wife, which my wife's brilliant, so that's a good thing.
Your
But
wife's
then
dope, dude.
who's the other three? You know, I mean, it's sort of you just because, but that one's hard because you're
I
not
am
in
higher
person.
up. Oh, right.
I mean, yeah, you're higher up. That's what I was gonna say. And so my community's had to be through Facebook for right now,
Yeah.
in this safe group. But I still miss it physically
Mm-hmm.
in person. And I mean, I love mountain biking, don't get me wrong, but I don't like mountain biking by myself.
Oh,
It's
dude,
not as
yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
you know?
I
It's the
rode by
most-
myself for the first time like a couple weeks ago, and I had fun. But because my girlfriend rides, dude, sorry, this drink. My girlfriend rides, and she's really good and really fun to ride with. And so we always ride together, and I was just like, or my nephew, like he's a stellar rider. I'm like, dude, I miss the whoa, and like let's go, and it is fun by myself. But yeah, but again, yeah, I agree with you on that. And I want to touch on the being around the 5 people, or sorry, you're most likely like the people
You're a
that you surround yourself
combination of the
with.
5. Yeah, exactly.
I said it brilliantly.
Yeah, I love it. Worse.
I noticed that like when I I'm was surprised, and my siblings are a lot older than me.
Very much.
Very
Wiser.
much. And then so I always hung out with you guys who were older. And then mom and dad ran a youth group for high schoolers. So I was still like 6 or 7, and I hung out with the high schoolers. And then when I was in high school, I hung out with 20-year-olds and BMX and stuff. And then when I moved to Portland, I hung out with you and the other guys that are closer to your age than closer to mine. So I've always put myself in older. Doesn't necessarily mean they're better, but just a little more wiser. Like they know what I've gone through or something like that.
Right. Been there, done that.
And then as I switch out of that, I noticed when I joined CrossFit, I was just like, oh, dude, all these people are like young 20s. Like, holy cow, this is crazy. This is weird. I'm the old guy and I'm supposed to.
Right,
exactly. And people are like, you're 31. I'm like, yeah. Like, I just have a young, fun spirit. Like, I choose fun. And yeah, anyways.
You're a fun guy.
Thank you. Fun guy. But anyways, but also with that, it was like in our mountain bike group, I wanted to be around the better mountain bikers, like because I wanted to try to keep up with you, try to keep up with Trevin, Paul, and Paul and I would like sometimes he'd be ahead of me, or I'd back and forth, Joey, and but also in CrossFit, I wanted to be around one of our top athletes, my coach. Like I tried to be closer with them because they will push me further than where I'm at. And with that, one of our top athletes, he does not like to be. He likes to be top dog. He doesn't like to be someone be better than him. And I don't know. I don't like that, because then you're stagnant. You're not growing. You're not being pushed.
Right.
So it's like you will be better. You will be smarter. You will be. Yeah. So just that kind of taps into also choosing the right community.
Yeah. Find who you want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're not quite there, but find the people that are there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, they're older, maybe have experienced the life that you're currently going through. I mean, there's a lot to gain from that. And the old people like it too, because it's like, oh, there's some fresh blood coming through. There's some energy. There's some, different perspectives and stuff like that too.
You keep them young.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. Young-minded.
Immature. I mean,
and also too, like when you said like be how you want to be who you want to be like, surround yourself around people that you want to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Something that, when you said that, I thought of is I have surrounded myself with people I would like to be like, but I also was like, I'm glad I'm me. I'm not glad I'm not them, but I am glad at how I am. Like I'm happy with who I am. And I remember one of my nephew's friends, he was like, he told my nephew, he's just like, yeah, Layton's a little weird, but he's him. he's who he is. He knows who he is, and he's happy. And then he was like, "Oh, did you chill late in that? You should, because that's a great thing." And he told me that, and I was like, "Oh, I love that." Like,
Would you associate that to being that you are in community that loves you and accepts you as you are?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so. Like, none
Like
bad about.
you have a freedom to be yourself.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah. And then and that also like confidence. It gave me confidence in me. It translated into also just waiting to find the right people that would want to be around you. Like like my girlfriend, like she loves who I am. Like,
let's hope so.
yeah, she really does. And she tells me all the time, and she's a knockout. Like I it's so weird on how we think about ourselves. And sorry, this is kind of touching on mindset a little bit, but
we can't go backwards.
yes, we can. If it helps you go forward, yes, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for ruining my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. Hot girlfriend.
Well, that's the thing. I can easily be like, "Oh, I don't deserve who I'm with." It's like, yes, I do. I'm a great person. I'm a great human being, and she sees the great side of me because I bring a great side out of her. And if you want to see like what confidence can bring you, like, you also have to wait. I mean, I think it's like maybe a law of attraction of like you attract the people that are okay with who you are. Like I get comments all the time from my CrossFit team of just like you're the weird one and we love you. Like, you're awesome. Like, you're just a goofball and a fun time.
You are a fun time.
Thank you, brother. So are you.
Yes.
All right, you talk. I'm done talking.
Are you done talking?
Yeah.
Phew, man, jeez. No, to harken back to harken. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. Harken. We're harkening back to just even the challenge. This reason we're here and all that is just to build lasting things.
Mm-hmm.
Where that thing be the mindset, overcoming, stinking thinking that we have had from growing up or life experience or whatever, but also overcoming things of like the way things were to where we want them to go. I don't know if that's coming out as clear as I want it to, but community is a big piece of that because it's a great way to gauge where you're at with things.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be scary, but again, with trusted community, it's a little easier. It could be easier or nicer to go, hey, have a relationship where somebody could not necessarily call you out like, hey, you're being an idiot here or something like that, but more in the sense of just like encouraging and challenging each other in certain areas to grow.
Yeah.
And without that, I think we definitely are going to fall off the wagon of a workout wagon, body, spirit, mind, whatever, because we're too much in our own bodies. We're too much in our own heads. We're too much on our own thinking of what outside things are telling us, or our internal shame or doubt or fears are telling us that we've had forever. Because again, like yours and my journeys were started later. The workout journey started later. We've got a lot of backstory that's garbage.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of garbage.
that we pull and drag and keep with us.
Yeah.
And we're like, why aren't I changing? And somebody like my wife or your girlfriend can be like, well, you got that big old sack of crap on your back that you're holding on to.
Yeah.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, I was comfortable with, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, we'll pick it up again just out of habit.
Comfort.
But without having those community pieces in place, we'll easily grab onto it and not even know why.
Yeah.
Where is this anchor coming from? Where is this dead weight that I feel that I can't get rid of?
Yeah.
Oh, Drew, it's this. It's your brother. I mean, I'm sorry.
Don't talk about Jeff like that.
Oh! Sorry, Jeff.
Kidding, brother.
We have another brother.
We have another brother.
We do.
Brother from another mom. No, same mom.
Yeah. And but yeah, so that's a big piece for me, is just having this community that can be like, I had one guy that would be like, well, why do you think that way? And I always thought he was being a jerk. why are you being a jerk, man? Like, but it wasn't that. It was just thinking like, well, why would you think that?
Yeah.
You know, and then I've had other people who just like, hey, Drew, that's bullshit. What you're saying is bullshit. And at first I was like offended, like, how dare you? And then chewing on it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of bullshit.
I feel like I tell you that sometimes.
No,
like,
you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you're not that one. So.
Wow. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, you were just telling me how you looked up to me all this time, and
that doesn't mean the whole time.
You wouldn't call me out on
that
things.
doesn't mean the whole time.
It does every time. All or none, baby.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing with us too, is like we have, in creating this podcast, we have traumas, like real traumas that we've had to, that have held us back for so long. And this is why it's such a freaking big deal for us, because it's like we finally got through those things, and maybe not fully, but enough to get through. Like, because I've been in therapy for years, and in very great sessions therapy. Like, I'm all in on therapy.
Good, don't quit. No, I'm sure.
I finally just switched to every 2 weeks instead of every week. So anyways, like a crazy amount of pain, suicidal pain, at least for me. Like, and these are the things that got me through that got me out of it. And when you're talking about, I got an image in my head that when you were talking about holding on to those, to the sack of crap that we would carry with us, the baggage. There was a moment last year that I saw an image where it was a hand holding a rope real tight, and the hand was like burning and red, and it was finally letting go, and then the hand healing. And it's like letting go of those things. This is how you can shift away from holding on to the bad by creating good habits, making yourself anew in your new habits that you have, to where you can leave that's no longer who you are. Like, and that's like, even the message of Jesus Christ is like, who you were in the past, that's not who you are now. My doctor telling me that, like, the depression isn't you.
Right.
We'll get you through, we will figure out together on how to get you through that. And these are the tools that we're creating for your tool belt that you can reach when you're going through a hard time or whatever. My life's great. Like, I'm really happy. Like, I have my bike, I have Christ, I have my girlfriend, I have, just these core.
You have me.
Oh my gosh, that was a given.
Yeah,
you're here with me now.
Exactly, but I just wanted it to be known you have me too.
Everyone, I have my brother Drew.
Yes.
And Tyler. But I have these things. I'm not out searching for more. I don't need a boat. I don't need what am I going to buy next? All these things. These are the things that we're correcting in ourselves to be able to like us, be happy with who we are, what we have, and not, I need to go buy this to be happy. Because I've been down that route.
Yeah.
And then immediately I'm like, I don't look great in that. I thought I would look great in that really expensive thing. Then I need to buy another thing, another thing.
Right.
No, just focus on yourself.
Never ending, right? Well, and that's the thing is, like, we, in our journey where we're at, we've got a long way to go. We do. I mean, we, physically fit and all that stuff like that. We've got a ways to go. Mentally, we have a ways to go, but it's all about the journey. That's what coming back to. It's all about the journey and the process. And we'll talk about goal stacking, because you'll stack all these on top of each other, and there's a lot of synergy in that. And it's beautiful, because we're doing this podcast not from a rival. Not like, hey, we've made it.
Yeah.
Duplicate this. We made it. We're coming from a standpoint of like, hey, we might be a little farther along than somebody else. Come with us. We want to be that community that helps you and continues to grow and move forward, just as those people would help us do the same, right? And so I just wanted that to be clear, because I think too often people are like, hey, I can't. Look at these jokers. Look at these two white guys that, are just not too buff, not, whatever the case may be. Why would I follow them? When it's like, well, that we might not be for you. But the community we're creating is the ones who are just like, hey, they're a little bit farther than I am along. I want to be around them. I want them to be like part of my core five.
Yeah.
And we do this life together as opposed to trying to white knuckle it or trying to wait until we accomplish something before we go out and help others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not called to do that. We're not called to be like, hey, master this, and then you could help others. It's like, hey, let's take others along for the journey to get to this point together, kind of thing. And so that's the community piece.
Okay, challenge you on a mindset.
Sure. On this live podcast?
We are also so much further.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hold on. Like, because a lot of people, sure, people could be like, oh, they're not in the best shape, so I should follow them. No, people should follow us because we're really happy. Like, we're really self-fulfilled, and we weren't. And we fought to get there.
And we're drug-free.
Drug-free since 93. I don't know.
Weren't you born in 92?
Yeah. It was a rough first year.
Lots of drugs, man.
Lots of drugs, man.
Mama's milk.
Yeah. Yes. But anyways,
I agree. I hear you.
Yeah, like, and that's part of the mindset of like, oh, we're not where we want to be, dude. If I kept going with how I am, I'd be pretty stoked on life. Like, I don't want to stay stagnant, but like it is easy for me to go train 5 days a week. So for the most part, minus some scheduling, but like I can show up and I can do what I need to do. I can maintain. Working out has made mountain biking so much more enjoyable and better, and climbing and having fun instead of like, oh, I wish I was better. I wish I was better. Like I'm not holding on to that doubt anymore. So like, I don't care if you're like, who are these jokers? We're not freaking jokers. We, you know, that's a mindset that is holding us back on like, what is someone going to think about us? Who cares? Like,
well, I wasn't saying it from that standpoint.
Okay.
I was saying it from the standpoint of like, I'm not going to choose that guy or want that guy in my community. I want the person that's just like, hey, yeah, I agree with where you're headed. I want to go the same direction. Great. Let's do this together because I'm not where I want to be. I'm headed this direction. Let's tackle it together.
Yeah, for sure.
The meatheads or naysayers or the goofballs, I don't want them in my community. They're poison.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they're dead weight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they are probably farther along than I am physically, but if you have an attitude like that, no, you're farther, you know, you're not even close to where I'm at. Because I agree with you, we are at a mindset that's just like, hey, we're actually doing darn good.
I have been so blessed that I'm like, I'm more blessed than I ever thought I could be. I put a cap on how happy I could be, and it's like, I am so much more than I thought I could be. And also, I wanted to say too, like, it's only really hard at the beginning. Like, we have our hardships, but like showing up, like the people that started the gym, I'm like, oh dude, they need encouragement. They need this because this is the hardest part. They look up to us. I'm like, this is easy. This is what we do. This is what we've done every day. This is how we're going. We're just doing what we do. Mm-hmm. You're changing. and you're trying to show up. So I'm not gonna put you down. I'm gonna raise you up. Yeah. And when we talked about finding those bad communities, those bad people, like I immediately thought of that. You ran into a mountain biker on the trail, and you're just like, oh, you got this, but you have that bike. Oh, or I used to have that bike, or oh, I can do this, I can do that. Like, he was asking you questions to compare himself to you, that he's better. Which, that's not what you want. I remember you were like, well, where's this conversation going? Yeah. Why are you even talking to me? Like,
what's your goal here?
What's your goal?
That's always
here?
My favorite. It's just like, what is your goal here?
Is it to hurt me or raise me up? Get to know me? Like, and don't be afraid to call that out. Don't be afraid to, or you don't even have to. Just be like, yeah, I'm going to go over to this.
Oh, no. When people are like that, I'm just like, yeah, you're not my people.
Yeah.
I could care less. You're dead weight to me.
Yeah.
Because you have to. You got to protect yourself.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
People, we're of the flesh. People are made to be bad.
Ooh, man, that's whole nother podcast in itself.
Yeah. So choosing your community, and you don't like people or don't like being around people or are nervous, like, let us be your community. We'll talk to you.
I like people. We like people.
Yeah.
You can be part of our community.
You like good people.
I mean, we like good people. Excuse me. We like good people. Let me rephrase that.
So, like,
I know we like people that want to be, you know, I don't know. Yeah, we like people.
we like
I'm
people.
just gonna leave it with that.
Yeah, like, let us be part of your community in helping you get through and talking about fitness.
And if we're the only community right now that is in line with what you are in line with your goals and stuff like that, let us be your community until you find that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
there was a portion. There was a period in time where I was like, oh, I'm too scared to start CrossFit. Like, I want to be in better shape so I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah, right.
If you're not ready, if you're in that mindset and not ready to join a community because you're afraid to be vulnerable, afraid to put yourself out there, yeah, let this podcast be your motivation, your positive talking, laughter, whatever. Let us be that for you guys.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing?
Is it that now?
Dude, we're
That hurt?
Wait,
that's how I know I'm getting older. Yes, it changed. Is it that? You go, whatever.
How about you just, I don't know, love you. Use your words. Why does everything have to be a sign?
Don't get weird. Okay, anyways, let's close this episode out. What are we talking about next week?
Fuel,
son.
Fuel.
It's important. Like, it sounds like, oh yeah, what you eat. It is so important for even just for your own mental health too, of what you're putting in your body. So, like, yeah, this will be an exciting episode. Mm-hmm. They always say it's like 80% diet, 20% exercise. So don't hold yourself back by putting freaking crap in your body.
Yeah, and the reason why you put this in the episode is because, or in the podcast series, is because A, I'm not good at it, and B, I know I'm missing out on things because I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on faster recovery or recovery in general. I'm missing out on just energy and power and all that stuff to fuel my exercises and fuel my biking and stuff like that too. And as I get older, because I'm going to speak to the old people here because you can't yet.
Speak to the less old.
It's just one of those things where it's like, this is an important piece that I want to gain mastery over,
yeah,
for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Thank you for joining us during this episode today.
Yep.
It's been eventful. Feel free to leave any comments, questions, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and we'll be on set for Georgetown.
That's
we'll
right.
Be mountain biking. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best to film outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, it'll be fun.
Come out in the woods with us.
That's right.